Good morning, guys, and welcome to the market report for Financial Turmoil Explained this Tuesday, November 27th, 2018. We're going to get right into it, and we're going to start talking about the markets, but the first thing we're going to do is turn the charts on right here, and we're going to take a look at Zero Hedge, and we're going to take a look at what they're saying here. Let's focus in on it a little bit so we can see it better. It says, has everything become a short, it says, has this become a short everything in sight market? It says, now that the central bank's spigot has been turned off and everything is heading back down the same way it rose in lockstep. So everything is just kind of slide, now that the central bank went through their tapering process, and now that they're into quantitative tightening, and they've got the quantitative tightening, and they've turned the screws up, and they've got $50 billion a month that they're draining out of the system. Everything is heading back down the same way it rose up before, and it's a no-brainer. The system is starting to sell off, and the system is just beginning to start to roll over and deleverage itself. And this is going to get faster and faster and faster. And there's nothing else for the Fed to do. They're going to have to turn around these policies at a certain point. But when they do that, they're going to start the demise of the dollar when they turn the policies around. But only when they turn the policies around. Right now, the dollar's riding high, and the dollar's very strong. And the reason why is got everything to do with OPEC and the Saudis and how the price of oil has been dropping. This is an oil-based economy, and how much oil you can buy with the dollar determines the strength of the dollar, because it's called a petrodollar. And that's what backs the dollar, is oil. And so we see these things happening. Now let's get right into the markets and take a look at what's going on with cryptocurrency today. What we're seeing is 37.06. I don't think the bleeding's over for cryptocurrency yet. If we go back and take a look at a little bit more of a long-term chart here, okay, we take a look at the 30-minute here, we can see the falls. It fell down from 6,300, then it fell down from the 5,400, and then it locked in for a little ways at 43, and now it's locked in at 37. I don't think it's over. I don't think the bleeding's over. I think we're heading down, and we're going to break into, we're going to break into the twos. 2,900, I think, is the next stop on this train downwards, you know. But I was doing a show on my other channel, and if you want to watch it, go over to my other channel called The Delta Report. Just type in The Delta Report to the YouTube search engine, and it'll bring up my other channel. And I did a show this morning on about how this might all be in the timing. If Bitcoin hits the lowest ebb in price, it doesn't matter what that price is, whether it's $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, but what the lowest ebb is, the lowest ebb that they're willing to sell a Bitcoin for, and then it starts to creep back up, at the same time the dollar rolls over, well, you know, I mean, we could be in for one massive boom in cryptocurrencies if the timing were to hit right on that. And it's all about timing. An awful lot of things in the world are all about timing. Look at prize fighters, right? He goes to punch the other prize fighter, and he has to time it just right to land that fist on the other prize fighter. Now, here's the thing. If his timing's off, if he's 1 second off, well, he misses entirely. Might, you know, so the timing has to be just right. So cryptocurrency, if the timing's just right, we could see a massive bull run in cryptocurrency coming up. Let's take a look at cryptocurrency market capitalizations. $121 billion. She's kind of holding her own right now, and we see some terrific prices on these coins, but we might even actually see better prices. Looking at $29 for Litecoin. Anytime you can get a Litecoin under 30 bucks, wow, you know. 175 for a Bitcoin Cash. XRP is $34. You know, good stuff going on here. We got a new coin out there, Bitcoin SV, it's called. It's $100 for one. I'd wait a little bit on Bitcoin SV. I think she's peaked. She's heading up yesterday in price. I think she's peaked at around $100, and I think she's going to fall off. I could see you getting these for $50 a piece or less, and just a few more, maybe next week even. This Bitcoin SV. It might be worth having a few. They might be a nice coin to have. I think I'd like to have one, but I don't want to pay $100. I want to pay $25. Okay, there you go. I want to pay $25. Okay, here, silver price today. Look at this. Look at what's going on with silver today. Wow. I mean, we had this spike upwards in price, and then it spiked straight down in price, and now it's spiking straight up in price. Can it make up its mind? It's volatility in the market, Now, let's take a look at the Dow Jones today. We're going to have to spread the chart out here a little bit. Hey, hold on, guys. I haven't got a couple more minutes before the Dow opens, so I'm going to have to come back. No, it should be open. Let's refresh the page. Okay, we're down 112 points. Was that the best they could do? A 300-point rally? That's nothing. Is that the best they got? 300-point rally? Well, you know what's happening. You better stop buying the dip, and you better start selling the rally. That's what you better start doing, and you better start doing it fast. You guys out there that are in the market here, you better change your ideas and change the way your brain works really fast, because I'm going to tell you what, this market's just going to keep little rallies and bigger dips, lower highs and lower lows, she's on her way moving down now at this point because the Fed's draining the money out of the system. It's just as simple as that. I mean, you can't expect a day's work out of a man if he's just went down to the Red Cross clinic and he gave them a pint, and then he come back an hour later and he changed his name and gave them a second pint. You're not going to get a day's work out of him. He's going to be white looking because they drank too much blood out of him. It's just what they're doing. These are bloodsuckers. The Fed's a bunch of bloodsuckers, and they are draining the money out of the system right now. Okay, so here, let's take a look at oil. This price better not fall too much further, I'm going to tell you, or the crisis is going to start right away. I mean, forget the bond market. If this price of oil keeps dropping, it's going to stimulate us into a crisis all by itself. Okay, so let's take a look at bonds and rates here. It's exactly what I said, guys. The bonds and rates are creeping upwards, albeit slowly. Now, we're going to be back up around 3.25% on the U.S. 10-year, probably in about another couple more months. I can't see it taking too much longer than toward the end of around Christmas. We should be up around 3.25. And next time it hits 3.25, it's not going to stop and back away. Next time it's going to go right on through the 3.25 and head up to like 3.35, 3.4. That's when we're ready for our major financial stock market crash and everything else. And I've been repeating this over and over again on my channel here, that the mark is the U.S. 10-year at 3.25. It's where they measure all debt. There's two places where all debt is measured. One, it's in the U.S. 10-year, and two, it's in the 3-month LIBOR. And I keep my eye on both of them like a hawk, okay? So now we're at, we got a bond yields. It's a mixed bag today. Some of them are moving up, some of them are moving down, but mostly they're moving up. We have the move ups today are not that big, and the move downs are not that big. It's kind of stable, but I'm predicting probably later in the day and probably in the next couple weeks they're going to start to slide up more trend upwards than downwards. But I said it was going to be slow. They're going to creep up. The word I used was creep. And creep means that they're just moving very slowly, kind of like a snail does on the ground when it walks across the ground. Okay, so now let's move on to the U.S. dollar index. And we see the strength in the dollar coming from the weakness in the price of oil. 97.14 on the dollar. We've had a little bit of a move upwards today. I'm surprised that this is not really reflecting itself in the price of gold. Let's go over and take a look at gold real quick here. And we don't really see the strength in the dollar today reflecting itself in gold. Gold is having a choppy day too. Up and down and up and down. Okay, so we've covered the market reports for this morning. Listen, thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate all of your thumbs up on my videos. Like them and subscribe to my channel. I'm glad for every subscriber I have. Listen, bye-bye, guys, and thank you for tuning in.